Good morning. Hello to everyone. My message for you this day is called the shadow self. And when I say those words, what feelings within you surface? Curiosity? Apprehension? Confusion? Well, if any of those feelings are there, I hope by the end of this video that they'll be gone. The shadow self is a part of yourself. It's a part of yourself or parts of yourself that you're reluctant to acknowledge. So you tuck them away somewhere deep within yourself and you hide them away. You'd rather forget about them because it's not parts or part of yourself that you would like to show to others. So that's why you hide them away, and that's the shadow. Now, these feelings and these parts of yourself are there perhaps from experiences in this lifetime, or maybe it's energies that you have brought forward from a past lifetime. Perhaps you had a lifetime of being a cripple, and that made you feel unworthy, or maybe you were abused and constantly put down by a spouse. That made you feel unworthy. And maybe you suffered severe imprisonment. There's many reasons why, and we have these feelings, so we have to deal with it. The reason we have to deal with it is because we need to love ourselves. The main key to ascension is to love ourselves. We can't love ourselves if we don't like ourselves, and we can't like ourselves if we feel unworthy, or if we feel we've low self-esteem. So we have to learn to love ourselves. And that simply means giving ourselves unconditional love, which means accepting our path, accepting who we are at this moment. We can change, we can improve, we can do just about anything we want to, but we have to be able to accept who we are, and we can still change it. Now, when we assume physical form, we come here with the purpose of improving ourselves. And in this lifetime, ascend. That means raising our level of consciousness to the fifth dimension. And that level of consciousness is necessary to exist in the higher dimensions. That's the lowest of the low that you can live in the other dimensions. So that's a goal, to raise our consciousness. Excuse me. And we can't do that if we don't like ourselves, if we don't love ourselves. We just can't. So we have what is called an authentic self. Our authentic self is our higher self or our oversoul. And we, in this physical body, are the ego self, which is actually a satellite or an expansion of our authentic self. Our authentic self is pure love and light. And that's what we aspire to become. Now, the ego is necessary. It's part of us. It is us. And it is our feelings. It's our self-identity. It's our feeling of self-worth. And so our our ego is holding us back, because the ego, when you have those feelings, when you have those parts of yourself that are not healed, then that puts your ego in control. Your ego is necessary, but it needs to be managed. So that is the ego is here as a part of the authentic self that is in the physical body, that is there to carry the soul through the incarnation. And the goal is to raise the vibration high enough to merge with the higher self. And we do that through learning and growth. Now, when you raise your vibration and merge with your higher self, that's called ascension. So what needs to happen is the ego needs to be managed. When your ego's managed, then the merging can happen and you can ascend. Now, the shadow self can be healed. It's the parts of ourself we've tucked away we don't want to acknowledge. So what we have to do is we have to bring those, recognize that first, and then we have to acknowledge it and bring it out so that we can deal with it. And the way we deal with it, to heal it, is to call upon our higher self. Ask for help. And then when we do that, we make a connection with the spiritual world. We make a connection with our higher self. And each time we make that connection, it becomes stronger and stronger. And as it becomes stronger and stronger, the merging begins to happen. We merge with our higher self. And it's a process. It doesn't happen in a week or two. It takes a while, and it takes some work and dedication and the desire to better yourself, the desire to ascend. But it will happen if you put your mind to it. And through that process of connecting with your higher self, connecting with the world of spirit, connecting with the other side, the angels, the archangels, connecting with God, that raises your vibration, that increases your level of consciousness. And that's what we need to do. So the merging has to happen in order to ascend. The merging cannot happen till the ego is managed. Once the ego is managed, your way. You're on your way to freedom from yourself, freedom from your shadow self. And because when you love yourself, when you merge with your higher self, there's no more shadows. The shadow part of yourself has disappeared. So it's all about learning to love yourself, managing your ego. The process of merging with your higher self will be what happens. So I hope that's been helpful. Spirituality is not complicated. It's simple, but it isn't always easy. And in spirituality, to attain your highest goals, it takes determination, it takes dedication, it takes love, and the end result is well worth it. So I'll leave you with that until next time. So bye for now.